When I graduated from high school, I was living in San Diego, California at the time, and I had my life figured out. I had dreams, I had plans, and I kind of, had a little roadmap already worked out. Living in San Diego, I was able to go to Los Angeles very often, and Los Angeles is where Disneyland is. Yeah. And we would go there so often. Back in the day when if you didn't want to ride any rides, you could just walk in the park for free. And so I was not ever interested in riding the rides. I wanted to hear the singing group. So I would start at one end of the park and I would watch the singers and dancers, and I just would go from one group to the next and then back again. And my dream was to be a singer and a dancer at Disneyland. Well, I found out they were holding auditions, and I was so excited. So I prepared a little medley of Barbra Streisand songs, and I asked my mom if she would come and play the piano for me, so she did. So everybody that was auditioning, we were in this big ballroom at a hotel near Disneyland. And so everybody, we kind of sat along the edge, and one by one they would call our number, and we'd go up there and do our thing. And while I was singing, I noticed that one of the judges kind of dog-eared my application, and I thought, that's got to be a good sign, right? He wants to remember for some reason. And then when I finished singing, the kids were so supportive and clapped, and I thought, oh, this is it. I'm moving closer and closer to the edge of my dream coming true. Well, the lady in charge, she told us, she said, well, we'll send you a letter, and you'll get it in about 3 weeks. Remember letters? Anyway, we'll give you a letter. We'll send you a letter. It'll come in your mailbox, and we'll let you know our decision. So I couldn't wait. I was so excited, but I was feeling really good about it. Well, 3 weeks came, no letter. And I thought, well, maybe Mickey is hung up in traffic. Did something in my ears. I think my ears just went out. Maybe Mickey's hung up in traffic, and so he's waiting to, bring the letter personally, whatever. And so I waited another week, no letter. I finally got the nerve to call the lady that I'd been talking to this whole time. I got her on the phone, and she said, oh, yes, Sandy, we remember you. You sang so beautifully. And she said, I see here that we really loved your singing. I see you weren't that good of a dancer. And I'm thinking to myself as I was talking to her, I grew up in the church, don't blame me, but I can learn. And she said, and I also see on here, honey, that you're carrying a little bit too much weight for us, and we can't use you at this time, and blah, blah, blah. I don't really know what she said after that, because what I heard was, you're not good enough. We don't want you. I was so disappointed. Here I thought I was on the edge of my dream coming true, and I'd really, literally fallen off the edge into disappointment. Well, because I didn't go to Disneyland, I decided to leave California and go to our Christian college in Indiana called Anderson University. For any of you seniors who might be looking. Wonderful Christian college in Indiana. My parents had gone there. My grandfather had gone there. All my kids have been there. And I began to study music. I began to do studio work, and then I began to travel with Bill and Gloria Gaither, and they allowed me from time to time to step up to the edge of their stage and sing what was a brand new song at that time, a song called We Shall Behold Him. And that song just kind of opened a lot of doors for me, because people were so excited about the message of that song, meeting Jesus face to face. Well, I tell you all of that story to say that I can look back now on that Disneyland disaster and sort of see it through very different eyes. It wasn't that God had said no to my dreams. It's just that he had said yes to a dream for me that I couldn't see yet. And it wasn't that I wasn't seeking God's will, although I was. I just couldn't see what he had out there. I think, especially as I walked around the school today, and as I think about the high school kids especially, and the decisions that they make in your life, all we have to do is do the right thing today. God has tomorrow taken care of. In the past, we learn from it, but we don't dwell on it. walked into this place with, whether there might be some hurt or some brokenness or some dreams that have come crashing down, I want you to know that God is still the dream giver. Delighting ourselves in Him, He gives us the desires of our heart. I love that. Hands reaching out with no one to hold. You've been abandoned with no place to go. Wounded and wanting such desperate times. Cold, bitter tears are filling your eyes. Get a glimpse of Jesus. He's right there with you. He knows just what you need. 'Cause when life gets broken, when you're in despair, you carry your burden. When it's too much to bear, it's down in the valley where He'll keep you strong. There is nothing you have lost that He can't replace. He'll help you start all over again when life gets broken. You hoped God would heal it, but the storm raged anyway. And now it's hard to imagine how you make it through the day. Weeks turn to years, time's passing you by, but you're still holding on to the house and the wise. Get a glimpse of Jesus, for He's right there with you. He knows just what you need. 'Cause when life gets broken, when you're in despair, you carry your burden. When it's too much to bear, it's down in the valley where He'll give you strength. There is nothing you have lost that He can't replace. He'll help you start all over again when life gets broken. Waters heal our troubled soul. Jesus, sweet Jesus, will cleanse and make us whole. And when life gets broken, when you're in despair, you carry your burden. When it's too much to bear, it's down in the valley where He'll give you strength. There is nothing you have lost that He can't replace. He'll help you start all over again. He'll help you start all over again. He'll help you start all over again when